All right, Coach. Big win tonight, 87-79. It was 6-point lead at the end of the half, and then it got close. Tied with maybe 5 minutes to go, and then you guys were able to pull way down the stretch. Give me your overall thoughts on the game tonight.
Yeah, I thought our guys really battled throughout the whole game. We had some lack of continuity on the offensive side of the ball today with certain groups, and we had to work through those issues. But I think all in all, I think we defended really well. It helped us to get Coleman in foul trouble in the first half, which limited his minutes. And to the credit of our guys, man, we just were relentless on both sides of the floor. So.
Coach, when we were talking with Rob and Justin, they really emphasized how a lot of the players did their role tonight. Kind of talk about that, as well as Cameron had 17, Rob 16, Anthony Dennis 16, Chambers 17. So talk about their performances and kind of their roles tonight.
My biggest thing with roles is that learn the system we have, learn to work out of the system. We have some quick hitters that we run when guys are hot, but for the most part, we're having guys work out of the system. And I just thought our guys, we've been really harping this whole week on making easy plays and taking smart shots. And I think we did that for the most part. Having 5 guys in double figures is just something that we're capable of doing every night. And whether or not we're going to be able to, I think the likeliness of that is going to be pretty good. But for us, it really starts on the defensive side of the ball. They put up 97 against Academy in the first game at home and shot 60% from the three-point line. We knew Coleman and number 15 were going to be three-point shooters. They were 9-12 from the three-point line against Academy and really hurt them. So we wanted to make sure we defend the three-point line, understanding that those kids can really spot up and shoot the ball, keep people in front of us. And I think for the most part, we were able to do that.
And a little further on the defensive effort, you guys forced 16 turnovers. FPU did have a good shooting percentage, but a lot less shots due to those turnovers. Talk a little bit more about that defensive pressure.
That's what we do. That we want to create havoc. And when we can create havoc on the floor, it makes people make quick decisions. And that's what Fresno had to do against us, is make quick decisions. And some of those, they were throwing the ball all over the place, which worked to our benefit. And, there's still some little pieces there we got to clean up. But I think our pressure really got to them and wore them out at the end of the game.
A little bit more on Rob's game tonight, along with the 16 points. He had 6 assists, no turnovers, drew 6 fouls. What can you say about him tonight?
He's a senior, and he's playing like one. And Rob is a big piece of what we do right now. He keeps us calm. And when he has the ball on the floor, we operate a little bit differently with poise. And so, that's the good thing. The other piece of it is making sure that when we go to the bench, that we can do that as well. But Rob's ability to lead on and off the floor has been great for us. And just trying to piece it together for himself, we're asking him to be a lot more active on the offensive side of the ball. Defensively, he's always been there. But yeah, 6 assists, no turnovers tonight. He's been up there in assists per game, so we're pretty happy about that.
Coach, you guys led for 24 minutes and 50 seconds tonight. Talk about how that helps your offensive mindset and approach when out there on the court.
It's different for us, right? We in recent years we haven't been able to take leads. We've been playing from behind. Those are the situational pieces that we do in practice, where you learn how to protect a lead. And like I said, for us, it's about really getting stops on the defensive side of the ball, so that if offensively we're not well put together, it gives us that extra opportunity or easy buckets for us on the defensive side to get what we want. And so, our guys really showed up, and a couple things that come to mind with, Justin or Justice takes that steal late in the game when they're trying to go to 4 in the post. We get that steal with like 2 minutes to go. Different guys stepped up, shot free throws. I mean, it was just a collective group effort from our guys tonight.
Coach, talk a little bit about the one of the big plays in the game, kind of sealed it, was the dagger three-pointer there with 4 seconds left on the shot clock, just a little bit of time left in regulation. Talk a little bit about that play and just kind of your thoughts going into the inbound with 4 seconds left on the shot clock.
Justin can shoot those. That's why I recruited him. He is very capable. He's trying to learn the system still and still trying to figure out where he can attack. But into shot clock stuff, I believe in JUCO he was at about a 1.6 points per possession into shot clock, and so I know that he's capable, and so it worked out in our favor. And that definitely, like you said, it was a dagger that really took the sails out of FPU.
Okay. Coach, considering that the team's had some rest, but also, having to mentally concentrate on finals, and coming into this game, and then given that there's going to be somewhat of a break before the next contest against HPU, how do you manage manage the team, and how do you expect them to handle this the break time?
Yeah, this was a tough week for us, and it's always a tough week. Every year is a tough week this week, and usually we play this game on Sundays, but institutionally I think FPU couldn't do it, which is fine. But to do it on the last day of finals, we addressed the elephant in the room with our guys at the start of the week and said, look, there's no way of avoiding this. No one cares that you're in finals. And so we have to be very methodical about what we do leading up to the game. I felt like we were able to get some rest on Thursday and Friday a little bit, really make them cognizant of making sure they're hydrating, making sure they're eating. But then, now we have a couple of days off, 4 days before we get HPU with nothing but basketball. And so we're going to utilize this time to do some recovery sessions, get in the weight room, and continue to, in order for us to create havoc, we need to be consistent in the weight room, and that kind of helps us out a lot. And then more importantly, utilize this time to really clean up our depth. Our depth right now is not where I want it to be. Some of the guys that are coming in and giving us some minutes are not where I would like them to be. So be able to utilize this time to watch film, help them see what we're telling them or in game, and so that they can see and make the adjustments, and then work individual sessions. And of course you have your individual practices that you'll have with the team and stuff. So very methodical about that. We're really thoughtful about how we're going to go in our approach. With no classes, obviously the kids get to practice when they want, and so it's not late evening or early morning, it's right in the middle of the day, and so it works out really well for them.
And then, Coach, what's one or two key areas you guys hope to continue when you face off against HPU next time out?
It's just our defense has to get better. We thankfully tonight had a good offensive output, but 79 is too much to give up. And so for us, some of those defensive rotations where we're helping from the wrong areas and we're not communicating effectively, we need to clean that up against HPU and make sure that we are where we're supposed to be, and be able to talk ourselves through the defensive side of the ball.
Awesome. Thanks, Coach.
Thank you.